Some people can say, I was wrong without missing a beat. Others would literally rather rewrite history than admit it happened. Same situation, same mistake, completely different reactions. Because admitting you're wrong isn't just about intelligence, it's about ego, self-awareness, emotional regulation, sometimes just survival. Some people hear new information and adjust. Others hear it and think, interesting, still right though. So today, we're ranking all 16 MBTI types by how easily they can actually admit when they're wrong. From the most likely to dig in and double down, all the way to the person who just goes, yeah, that's on me. Now, before we start, some of you already have certain types in mind. The stubborn ones, the overconfident ones, the technically I wasn't wrong types. Just know a few of those assumptions don't play out the way you'd expect. Drop your type in the comments before we begin. Some of you are about to feel very seen. Others are going to spend the next 10 minutes explaining why this ranking is incorrect. If you're into breakdowns like this, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because on Personality IRL, we don't just talk about types, we put them in real situations. All right, let's see who's actually apologizing. Number 16, ENTJ. ENTJs aren't last because they're incapable of admitting they're wrong. They're last because they usually have thought it through before saying anything. So getting pushback on feels less like a correction and more like a misunderstanding to resolve. Okay, but let's look at the bigger picture here. They'll get there, just not in the moment, and not with a full review first. Number 15, ESTJ. ESTJs trust their logic and their experience, so when they believe they're right, they don't back down easily. That's not incorrect, you're just looking at it differently. Not trying to be stubborn, they just run on structure and certainty. Show them clear evidence and they'll adjust, but you have to actually show them. Number 14, INTJ. INTJs don't say things they aren't already pretty sure about. So if you challenge them, they're not going to fold. I'm not convinced that's accurate. If you're actually right, they will figure it out eventually. And when they admit it, it's quiet, matter of fact, and then it's done. Number 13, ENTP. ENTPs love being right, but they love being intellectually honest more, which creates this interesting tension. They might argue longer than necessary, but once you've actually convinced them, they pivot fast. Okay, that's actually a fair point. No real ego hangover. They just update and move on. Number 12, ISTJ. ISTJs run on facts, rules, and consistency. So if you're telling them something that contradicts what they know, they're not immediately going to accept it. That doesn't match what I know. Give them clear evidence and they'll correct themselves. They just don't rush that process. Before we get into the middle of the list, there's one type in the top 5 that almost nobody expects to be there. And when we get to it, it's going to make complete sense. Number 11, ESFP. ESFPs don't love conflict, so sometimes they'll admit they're wrong just to move things along. Okay, fine, I was wrong, can we eat now? Flexible, not super ego-driven about it, just not always deeply reflective in the moment either. Number 10, ENFP. ENFPs are open-minded and emotionally self-aware enough to actually catch themselves. Wait, okay, I might have been off on that. They don't want to be wrong, but they're genuinely willing to explore other perspectives, especially if the conversation feels safe. Number 9, ISFP. ISFPs aren't in it to win it. If they realize they're wrong, they just say so. Yeah, that's fair. No big scene. They'll sit with it quietly and genuinely and move on. Number 8, ESTP. ESTPs are practical above everything. If they're wrong, they want to fix it and keep moving. All right, yeah, that didn't work. They don't dwell, they adjust. Honestly, it's kind of refreshing. Number 7, INTP. This one surprises people, but it makes sense. INTPs care more about truth than about being right, and those aren't always the same thing. Once the logic breaks down, they'll call it themselves. Wait, no, you're right. No ego in it, just a correction. Number 6, ESFJ. ESFJs care about their relationships, so admitting they're wrong can actually come naturally, especially if it helps restore things. Okay, I didn't handle that right. They might wrestle with it internally first, but they'll prioritize making it right. We're in the top 5 now, and yeah, one of these is going to catch you off guard. Number 5, ISTP. ISTPs just aren't emotionally attached to being right. If something didn't work, okay, moving on. Yeah, that was wrong. No drama, no overthinking, just a correction and forward motion. Number 4, INFJ. INFJs are deeply self-reflective, like constantly analyzing their own behavior, so when they're wrong, they often get there on their own before anyone has to say anything. You're right, I didn't see it that way before. They take time to process, but they genuinely want to grow. When they come back, it's real. Number 3, ENFJ. Remember that type I mentioned earlier, the one nobody sees coming in the top 5? This is it. And honestly, once you hear it, it's kind of obvious. ENFJs aren't just aware that they were wrong. They're aware of what being wrong did to the other person, to the relationship, to the situation. That's a completely different level of accountability than most types operate on. I'm sorry, I should have handled that differently. That's not just admitting a mistake. That's taking responsibility for the impact of it. And that's exactly why they're this high. Number 2, INFP. INFPs run on authenticity. Leaving something uncorrected when they know they were wrong, that sits worse than just admitting it. Yeah, I was wrong about that. It might hit them hard in the moment, they might need a beat, but they won't pretend. It's just not in them. And finally, topping our list at number 1, ISFJ. ISFJs take the top spot, and not because they're a pushover. It's because they genuinely care more about doing what's right than about being right. The second they realize they made a mistake, there's no delay, no defending, no spin. I'm sorry, that was my mistake. Sincere, clean, done. That's not weakness, that's integrity. So where did your type land? Do you agree, or do you think you belong higher? Be honest. Which type actually admits it fastest, and which one is currently writing a 5-paragraph explanation for why this ranking is flawed? Drop your MBTI below. And if you liked this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because on Personality IRL, we don't just talk about personality types, we show how they actually behave when it counts. And hey, admitting you're wrong doesn't make you weaker, it just makes you accurate.